Good morning, class. I am Mr. Albert Paradero and I will be your English teacher for today. So, are you ready for a class discussion? Okay, very good. I love this class, very attentive. So, now I have a question for you, class, to awaken your sleeping brain cells. So, class, what makes a story interesting? Anyone? What makes a story interesting? Okay, very good. So, class, most of us, or all of us, do really love stories, right? But do we know the elements of the story? But before we tackle that, let's have first a short story. And I want you to listen carefully because I'll be asking questions after. So are you ready to hear the question? Are you ready to hear the story, class? Okay, very good. So let's start. So this story is entitled The Kind Little Nina. So listen carefully because I'll read the story once. In a faraway land, a girl named Nina is known for being a good and loving daughter. One day, her mother asked her, "Nina, if ever you are given a chance to have something, what is it?" Nina answered, "A doll." And surprisingly, her mother gave her money and told her to buy the doll that she wanted to have. Nina was so happy and she rushed going to the store to buy that doll. Upon going to the market, Nina saw a little girl her age, selling vegetables and fruits. The girl looks tired, but still selling under the old gnarly tree. Nina stopped and asked the girl where she get those veggies and fruits that she was selling. The girl answered that it was harvested in their home, that they plant those veggies and fruits to sell it so they can buy and sustain the things they need to survive in their daily living. Nina felt pity for the girl. She suddenly remembered her mother and asked herself, "Where did mother get this money that I have to buy the doll?" So instead of buying the doll, Nina decided to spend the money buying the veggies and fruits that the poor little girl is selling. She thinks that if she'll buy those veggies, she'll help the girl and her mother also. She rushed going home. Upon arriving, she called her mother. Her mother was shocked on what she saw, then asked, "What is that for? Nina, where's the doll?" Nina answered, "I bought this for you, Mom, to help you a bit, and the little girl who's selling this." Her mother looked so proud and happy seeing her daughter growing being kind. The end. Did you find this story inspiring, class? Mm-hmm. Yes. So if you were Nina, would you do the same thing? Would you sacrifice having a doll for buying veggies and fruits? Okay, very good. So now I have a question for you. So upon listening and reading this story, can anyone identify the setting of the story? Anyone? Okay, very good. So the story was held in Nina's house and under an old narrow tree. So class, are you familiar with the elements of the story? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good to know, class. So can anyone give me the elements of a short story or a story? Anyone? Very good. What else? Okay, very good. This class is so smart. That's correct. The elements of the story is the setting, the character, the problem, and the solution. So class, before we proceed, let me give you the PowerPoint presentation about the elements of this story. So the first element of this story, class, is the characters. So what is the characters, by the way? Anyone who can give me an example of a character? Okay, very good. That's good. That's correct. So a character, class, is a person, animal being, creature, or a thing in a story. Writers use characters to perform the actions and speak dialogue, moving the story along a plot line. A story can have only one character or protagonist and still have a complete story. So, class, have you ever encountered loving some characters in movies or stories? Okay, very good. So, I have here some example. So, here, what can you see in the picture? Okay, very good. These are the characters of Frozen. So, did you know them or are you familiar with their names? Okay, very good. That's Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Sven, and Kristoff. Very good class. I love this class, very attentive. So, next element of a story class is the setting. So, what is a setting? So, the setting of a story is where and when it takes place. In other words, story setting involves both time period and geographic region, as well as individual locations within that region, such as a character's house, workplace, or favorite coffee shop, or even in a playground, or even in school, and so on. So, can you give me some example of a setting? Okay, very good. Your house. Your house is setting in your own story. So, I have here example. So, guess. Can anyone guess what movie is this? Any wild guess? Okay, very good. It's from the Frozen also. So this picture depicts the place where Anna and Elsa lives. It's the place of Arendelle. Very good. So the last part or the last element of a story is the problem and solution. So the problem and solution means that the story line introduces characters and a problem at the beginning. The characters try to solve the problem in the middle, which rises to a climax, and at the end, the problem is solved with a good guy winning. So, from the movie Frozen class, what is the problem and solution? Okay, Elsa can control her powers. That's good. That's correct. What else? Okay, Anna fall in love with a stranger. Okay, that's good. That's good. And what's the end? Can anyone tell me what's the end of that movie? Yes, Anna and Elsa and Kristoff lived happily ever after. So, I guess you already know the elements of the story class, so I guess you're ready for a short quiz. Okay. So, please prepare a one whole sheet of paper class because we'll be having a short quiz. And this quiz is only good for 30 minutes. So, are you ready, class? Okay. Your 30 minutes begins now. Okay, time is up. Time's up, class. Pens up. Okay. Kindly pass your papers in front, and Mr. President, kindly get those papers and give it to me. So since it's almost time, I'm leaving you an assignment. So make sure to pass your assignment next meeting, okay? So that's all for today, class. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Goodbye and God bless.